Hey guys, it's Ramsey back here from Nova Hypnosis and Wellness. I've been wanting to do a video about this article. I've been carrying this article around forever. Seems like it was since last year. Hey, look, it was from last year. This is the front page of the Wall Street Journal, actually, and it's dated from November. This is the end of November, so almost December. Title: U.S. life expectancy declines further. In the United States, U.S. life expectancy declines further. I'm going to skip to the part that I wanted to talk about. Data. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention released on Thursday show life expectancy fell by 1/10 of a year to 78.6 years, pushed down by the sharpest annual increase in suicides in nearly a decade and a continued rise in deaths from powerful opioid drugs like fentanyl. They listed some other things just to be fair. Influenza, pneumonia, and diabetes also factored into last year's increase. Economists and public health experts consider life expectancy to be an important measure of a nation's prosperity. The 2017 data paint a dark picture of health and well-being in the United States, reflecting the effects of addiction and despair, particularly among young and middle-aged adults, as well as diseases plaguing an aging population, people with lower access to healthcare. Despair. Let's talk about something for a second. Despair. What is that? What is it that when someone feels despair, what are they feeling? Usually they feel sadness. Usually they feel hopelessness. Big one. Usually they feel like they have no other choice. And that's what I wanted to talk about today. A lot of stuff that we get in the news is very doom and gloom, and the whole world's coming apart, that's never going to be the same. And there is one constant in life, and that is the constant of change. And as long as you can allow yourself to embrace that, change is always going to be something that's going to create us to learn something new, to evolve, to grow. It's just kind of like change happened when, we lost the need for our appendix, and you can routinely have the appendix removed, and it doesn't cause any other problems to the body. So your body evolves, your mind evolves as well. But what's happening right now, there's a lot of alternatives to people feeling despair. When they feel that sense of hopelessness, what they end up doing is going and trying to escape. They try to escape by placing themselves in a very predictable form of hypnosis or trance, and that's to self-medicate or to escape through the use of alcohol, drugs, even Netflix. I mean, how many people do you know that you can say to yourself or think to yourself how addictive Netflix is? I mean, you can sit there and watch and binge watch movies over and over, or a series. So why are we doing that? Why is it that we're sad? Usually it's because we feel like there's a lack of options. A person feels hopeless when they feel like they don't have options. And what I like to do when I end up working with clients, and all of our teammates when we work with clients, is we like to bust that myth. That's the myth and the story that we tell ourselves, that we don't have other options. A person says, well, I can't leave this job. And because I can't leave this job, I have to endure this pain. Or they say to themselves, I can't leave this relationship because what will I do? Really underneath that is fear. Fear in both of those cases. Fear of loss of a steady source of income, fear of the comfort and the knowledge that somebody's going to be there in the relationship, supposedly to support you, but if they're unhappy in their relationship, then there's something else that's at play. So we like to break apart these belief systems and help clients build up more resourceful belief systems. When someone feels like they have only one option, of course they're going to feel trapped. The human spirit, the soul, the energy, whatever you want to call it, doesn't matter to me, does not like to be enslaved. No one likes to feel like they only have one option. One option is I'm cornered. I'm a wounded animal and I'm cornered. And if I don't do something drastic, then, I'm going to die. Or if I don't, I can't see any other options. And in that state of fear, they're never going to pick something that's resourceful. They're only going to see one option as their way out. And usually that option comes with a great deal of pain. So they stay in that same spot for long, long periods of time. Sometimes they never change. So the thing I want to help you with today is just to reflect on, what is it that you feel you only have one option about? And then ask yourself a really solid question. Is that really true? Do you really only have one option? Is it possible that you could go to another job? Is it possible that you could have a conversation with your partner and say, hey, I'm not having my needs met. I know that I'm not meeting your needs. What can we do about this? Because a lot of times people don't even start the conversation when it comes to relationships. So think about the option that you have. Think about the story that you're telling yourself. Think about the fact that you're probably only giving yourself one option when in fact there's probably multiple options. Give yourself the opportunity and the space to discover what other options exist. And I guarantee you, once you find that there's actually two options, three options, maybe even more, that the pressure will come off you and you'll feel like you have a choice in the matter. Like you're not subject to someone else's agenda, someone else's whim, someone else's demands on your time. It'll feel like you have the opportunity to make a choice for yourself, that if you choose to help somebody else feel good or meet their needs or whatever, or a workplace meet their needs, or maybe the work's no longer meeting your needs and it's time to move on to something else, you'll be able to make that decision with a clear state of mind such that it's something that you can connect with and actually feel a sense of conviction about what you're doing. So think about it. This article, Wall Street Journal, they said it right here on the front. It's kind of sad. This is the most developed nation in the whole world, and we're having big problems with people feeling like they're in a state of despair. They only have one option. Think about that. And also, when you, if you know somebody that's experiencing that, help them to see something different. Help them to see a different option. Hey, what else could this mean? What other options are there? Is that really true that you only have one option, that you have to stay stuck in this job, relationship, the scenario, whatever it is? You'll find that it takes a lot of pressure off of them to discover that there's actually other alternatives. And for you, if you're going through the same thing. Thanks for joining us. Take care. And I look forward to sharing more info with you down the road. Bye-bye.